We were all blurry when you showed the audience.
Hello, my name is Ron Vartinian, and this is my audience.
There you go.
Have y'all ever played soccer when y'all were younger? I did. I grew up playing soccer since grade school all the way up to high school. Played all 4 years. Soccer is one of the most popular sports in the world. Even though baseball is America's pastime, soccer is the most popular sport played pretty much every day and watched. In the early years, evidence has showed that in China, when they were playing soccer, they would use leather balls wrapped all together into the form of a ball and kicked around into nets on opposite ends of each other. In England, there was evidence that showed that modern day, during medieval times, they would use the enemies of the heads as balls to kick into for a competition. Probably mainly used also with nets. Didn't really say. Uh, when and where soccer was actually been first started up and played, there's really no exact place. It was just played randomly at different points in time around the world. There was no really recorded evidence. In modern soccer, at the time of in England, there was schools like colleges and boarding schools. They got together and formed teams to play against each other. And about the 1863, I believe, 11 representatives of different colleges and schools around England got together and to form and rules and laws for soccer, which what formed our modern day rules and formed modern day soccer that we still use today. The history of soccer is pretty rich throughout the timeline of history. The rules. One of the rules in soccer, there's basic rules and equipment. Some of the main rule in soccer is you cannot use your hands. The only person that could use their hands is the goalie to protect their goal from any of the balls that are going in. Uh, in soccer, you must keep the ball in bounds in a certain in a rectangular area, blocked off with lines, pretty much invisible lines. You just have to keep him in bound and an eye out on it. But if the ball does go out of bounds, you must do a throw in. You can't continue on playing. You have to stop the play, do a throw in with both hands above your head to toss it, and both feet on the ground. Equipment in soccer is pretty basic, and the any day backyard level would be just a ball and two nets. Whenever you go a lot higher in the competitive level, you would need shin guards and cleats and goalie gloves for the goalie because he uses his hands, of course. Um, the equipment used in soccer is just pretty basic. It's been the same throughout history. There has been no change, except for the more competitive whenever they develop shin guards. Soccer is a pretty competitive sport. There's some ways is the tournaments. There's one tournament called the World Cup. It's hosted every 4 years in a different country every 4 years from the last. There's a committee that governs the national soccer level, which would be FIFA. They choose throughout their committee on how to select those countries. I'm not really sure about that, what it is. But the tournaments of the World Cup, it's hosted every year where the best 32 countries go head to head in this tournament for 1 month. This year, it would next summer in 2014, it would be held in Brazil, where it starts off where you're in a group stage where you have to play three teams and you have to win to get out of the group stage. After you get out of the group stage, two from each group goes on to the next round, which would be the knockout rounds. As soon as you lose, you get knocked out of the tournament, and you keep moving on until you're the last one standing, which will be the new champions. The last champions was Spain. They will be in Brazil representing and putting their championship on the line. Uh, Soccer is pretty much a popular sport throughout the world. And it's easy to get into at any age. Simple to even just get a bunch of guys. So if you got 10 friends, I got 10 friends, let's play.